Winning habits, okay? Winning habits around the footy, okay? So not just scoreboards, not everything we've been doing in any fucking league in Victoria. You've got someone who you just want to beat. This is it. This is really important. Body on it, Sid. Body in, okay? Everyone, Hurley, light it up. Come on! The message is coming out alright, we're getting them loud.
Here we are once again talking to Barry Peatling, and what he lacks in style he makes up for footy knowledge. We've got another headline here that Barry's going to talk to us about, that old rup magic. That's when you start over and repugnant. What's that headline about, Barry?
That was probably in the late 60s. Colin was playing against Horsham. One of my dashing... Actually, it wasn't a bad photo of that. It's been hiding away the last few years, but I just regurgitated, got a photo set, and there it is. That was not a bad action photo at all, was it?
Very good action photo. Alright, well...
Never caught me either, too. It was too quick.
Too slippery.
You're
like an eel.
Too smart.
You're the eel of
I think I probably kicked the goal after that little tackle there.
You're the eel of the Dr. Wimmera.
Yep.
Yep, okay. Well, let's get on to this game here which just happened, which was on a Sunday, and
stupid day to football.
Almost didn't get there. Had a few cars.
Yes, flat battery, and Colin came to the rescue.
Came to the rescue. We couldn't get you. We would have almost not had the review of the game which people are looking forward to. Well, it was over at the Edi-Asp Oval, even though it's sort of down a little bit and it's protected by the wind. I don't think that the weather conditions made a difference. What was it like there?
It was one of the worst days I've been to football for a long, long time, Colin. It was, when we got there, it wasn't raining, but it looked very threatening. But as soon as the first quarter started, the rain come down, and the ground was in atrocious conditions after. The rain just didn't go away; it just stayed on the ground, didn't evaporate. No pipes in that ground at all.
Oh, okay.
What do you call
drainage.
Drainage was horrible.
Terrible.
Not a good day for football.
So the weather, it was everything. Wind, rain,
it was
cold,
freezing
it was
too.
Freezing. And
what's your language too, Barry?
Yeah, what's your language? But
yeah, that was freezing.
Yes, okay. Well, let's get into the game. Any changes, firstly?
No changes at all.
No changes from last week?
No, not one change.
All right, okay. Well, what about, let's get into the first half. The first quarter, it was very close. 2-2 to Edi-Asp and 1-1 to Chelsea.
Very, look, it was a real slog. It was from the start of the game. From the bounce of the ball, it was a slog right to the finish. But the first quarter, there wasn't much. I think the wind was. I reckon the chip was going down towards the opposite end of the scoreboard. But I think it was sort of just swirling around. But there wasn't much action in the first quarter. There was a lot of 20. Well, I'd say at least 10 or 15 bounced up in the first quarter now. There was pretty ordinary start. It was a very ordinary start, Colin.
Okay, so there wasn't many highlights from the first quarter.
No, it was just up and down. And
now getting to the second quarter...
But Paley did start off pretty well.
Okay, Paley. Well, that's natural, isn't it? So, just getting to the end of the first half, it really progressed by then. It was 2 goals 2 to 1 goal 1, so no change, no score.
No score for two sides. I mean, Chelsea second and Edi-Asp third. There was no score in that quarter. I've never seen anything like... But the wind was blowing and the rain was coming down, and it was just a slog. It wasn't worth watching. I felt like going home and have a cup of tea somewhere and come back. But that's no change from first quarter till half time, which is unreal. Like,
skip the quarter.
Just forget all about that first half for start.
So we get to the third quarter, and the end of the third quarter, Edi-Asp had moved on a little bit, 4-6 to Chelsea's 2-7. So 2-goal lead basically, 11 points.
I must say, Edi-Asp was handling the conditions a bit better than Chelsea. They were marking the ball a lot better, cleaner than Chelsea, and they were sort of very cunning. They were blocking up the forward line of Chelsea when Chelsea went down their forward line. And it was just all... there's no chance of scoring, and they looked a better side, handling the conditions a lot better than Chelsea. But for the third quarter time, that third quarter one, that was... What was the difference there? 10 points, was it?
11 points.
11 points. And Chelsea had to win the last quarter, but they just couldn't got the ball down the forward line. They just couldn't penetrate, get into the goal square.
Okay. Now, full-time siren, 5-6 to Edi-Asp, 4-7 to Chelsea. So a 5-point win, basically. Sounds pretty boring.
Well, I mean, the last quarter, it was Chelsea got in front. They actually got in front. Louis kicked the goal off the ground and they put them in front. And about 3 or 4 minutes later, Nathan Johnson, that was 3 points in front. Nathan Johnson had a chance to put them 10 points in front. Would have been like a 6-goal lead in a normal day. He's missed it. And then it went down. This fellow taking the mark on about 50 metres out. Wet ball. Siren goes.
This is the Edi-Asp boy.
Siren goes. He's 50 metres out. At least a wet ball straight through the centre.
Wow.
And they went completely mad.
They would have.
They did. Oh, well, in a way, they sort of deserved to win.
Well, they weren't really expecting to win.
No.
They weren't favoured.
But they are third on the ladder. They were third on the ladder, I think.
So that means this Chelsea would still be second.
Oh, they're second,
by
yeah.
percentage only. I'd imagine.
I'm not sure.
Because if they were third, they were 1 game behind and they've won. So we'll have to check that up.
Now, I must say something about these umpires. Now, just get this down on tape.
Okay, all right.
People listening to this, I'll tell you, I've been watching football for a long time, and I just think...
Look down the barrel, Barry. Tell the viewers.
It was the worst exhibition of... it was disgusting, and to talk about... what's the word? Favouring one other side. It was a bit of a joke, because I reckon we were lucky, would have been lucky to have 5 free kicks for the day, Colin. And we were taking marks, and most umpires, when the grounds were wet, they give a little bit of latitude. We never got any latitude going for marks. But every time either side went and took a mark, or sort of vaguely took a mark, paid a mark.
Conspiracy.
It was the worst...
So you're saying it here that they may have been paid off?
Well, I must have...
Or at the very least...
I think they might have a lot...
Taking drugs.
Could have been, I think they might have had a lot of relations down Edi-Asp, Espindale.
Okay.
Because the umpires, they went off... I tell you, I was ready to give a bit of a curry after the game. They went down the other end to get off the ground.
Kick after the siren.
Maybe on the footy, playing it alright. Slicko, if you're told to pick up that bloke, to stay on it. You'll be alright. So right now the game's in the balance. We asked for a battle, we got. Because we're fucking kick chasing. Every one of it. Okay? Going against what's said. If I get a message sent out, don't say, does that come from chat? Yes, it did! Right, the game. Good thing for me is we had it in our forward 50 that time, but we can improve around the footy, okay? So we get blocks in, alright? We attack an Edi-Asp body when you're not the one going for the footy.
So tell us the goal kickers, Barry.
Yeah, I got a bit muddled up then. 1 goal to Nigel, 1 goal to Damon, 1 goal to Lewis, and 1 goal to Stewart. 4 goal kickers. Riveting.
Very good. Okay. Now tell us the group of best players.
Well, Harrison, he's a marvel. He just keeps getting up and getting in the packs and shoving all the 2 or 3 players off at a time. He was probably our best player. Ryan Stewart played a good game, but he actually got sent off too by a goal line foul, which I'll tell a bit more about.
Okay.
And there's Lewis, Powley, Maggs, Greg, Johnson and Damon.
Okay.
But my 3 votes...
Okay, but number 1 vote.
Well, it's a bit
Not going to split it again, are you, Barry?
No, but it was pretty hard. I think Powell would have been just in front of Louis there for 1 vote. The 2 votes to Ryan Stewart and 3 votes to Stephen Harrison. A marvel.
Stephen Harrison.
A marvel is.
Ex-coach, and that, which is interesting because we'll get that at the end, what's happening just afterwards about the coach. Highlights. Give us some highlights.
Well, there wasn't too many highlights at all. Louis' goal last quarter to really come through the pack and just put the slipper and put it through it. And Ryan Stewart being sent off by the goal umpire.
What happened?
And reported. Well, they sent 2 of them got sent off, but Fancy being sent off by a goal. When the field umpire come down to the goal umpire and they started chatting next thing, they're both sent off.
They're gone power mad.
15 minutes. That was, we call that a highlight. I'd say it's a bit of a
low light,
but no, there wasn't too many highlights at all. But
we just sort of move on. Hopefully, there's better weather on next Saturday, is it?
We couldn't get probably the worst game of football I've seen for a long, long time.
Yeah, and it's not really their fault because of the conditions.
Something to do with the ground conditions, kind of. A bit of drainage.
Ground conditions.
A bit of drainage wouldn't hurt down there.
So we won't be too hard on them.
Anyway, talk about the seconds. The seconds just got beaten by Mr. Spencer Ducky Lanes. He the last couple of weeks, he's never been not a ferocious man to football any time, Colin. But he's got a bit of class, and he's holding the back line together in the seconds. They got beaten by 4 or 5 points, but he's been going well. He's a...
Now, some people say he's too quiet, Dougie. He doesn't say anything.
Well, he's not quiet.
He's too
just
shy.
just the opposite, mate. He's got the gift for the gab, this fella. But he played right. I've seen the last 2 weeks, the last quarter. And I told him on Saturday, I said, you're playing right, Dougie. I think you might have got a couple, 2 or 3 Brownlow votes, I'd say, the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
And thirds, 8 under 18s won, very good. So they're apart from getting beaten, the seniors get beaten, the seconds get beaten, and under 18s got home. So there's something out the wreck.
Something to look forward to. Now tell us what's next week. Where are you going next week, Barry?
We're going down. We're playing Mount Eliza. Would you believe, down at Mornington?
Okay.
Mount Eliza's got
Is it
no
good
ground. It's got
Is it
no ground.
Good ground in Mornington.
Oh, average. But I can't.
And you know how to get there? That's the main thing.
Go down that thin highway, can't. But I can't imagine Mount Eliza's the two-rack side of the competition. They've got no ground. They're getting the ground. What's going on?
Maybe they're fixing it up. We'll see. So there's no home ground advantage really.
No. So
and Mount Eliza, are they high up in the ladder? Are they?
No, they got thrashed again.
Okay, so we should beat them. That's the prediction.
Yeah, probably about 10 goals. But I think I've just seen the scores too. That Frankston YCW. I was talking to Louis last night. He rang up. He said that Frankston YCW just leading Karinga. Jason Trevor went down and seen them apparently. But they finished up getting beat by 6 goals. But said I don't think they're going as flash they were a few weeks ago.
Lost their mojo. All right, well that's it for the interview, and I tell the viewers to keep on hitting those internet pages.
Spot on, Colin.
So it's goodbye from
Now
me.
stay tuned. We've got a very good interview coming up shortly. Mr. Chappell is going to be sitting about there, right there, where Louis was.
I thought he was going to sit there.
Oh, sit here. Sorry, there. I'll be sitting there.
Get the seating arrangement.
And we're going to have an interview with the Chelsea #1 coach, and it should be quite interesting. So stay tuned. They'll probably be on the screen, on your big screen, probably about 5:15.
We'll see how we go.
Producer, director, what's your...
See how we go. It depends on how much editing we need to do.
Yeah, no, I warned Chap. I said, no naughty words because of what's going on all around the world.
Live. Okay.
Especially to Japan.
Thank you. Keep on hitting.
Bye.
Bye-bye.